Good morning, everybody. And so the DAX is still stuck in this triangle. And starting off with the daily time frame as usual, and you can see there at the top of the triangle, and fairly solid top trend line. So that's the first thing we need to pay attention to. Second thing, obviously, is bottom of range and top of range. So if you look at it from a daily perspective, oscillators pointing to the downside, below the moving averages, had to cross over the moving averages early in the month, and we've rejected the 155 a couple of times. The big question is, are we going to, is the bottom going to fall out? Are we going to drop towards the bottom of the range and then look for a continuation further down? I'm not 100% sure, which is why I'm very cautious with the DAX. The S&P is offering a little bit of a better setup at the moment, but what you're seeing here is just a big down weekly bar. So that's a weekly pin bar. Pretty solid rejection here in the middle of the week. So if you look at that, and that's off that 15.5, 15.538, 15.540 area. I obviously want to see a proper rejection, and we may have it. Just fine tune the line, but we're kind of on it at the moment. So I don't want to see sort of a break, pull back to test this and then start rolling. And I also want to see these moving averages pointing down. I don't want to see them flat like that. So if we come down to the hour, you'll see a pretty solid sell-off going into the close of the day on Friday. So we had the buyers come in, got above the moving averages, then we started forming this this fractal above. You can see how he kept making higher highs, then higher lows. Break below that structure is basically head and shoulder on a lower time frame, which we'll look at now, and a move down to this area here. So ideally, as it stands now, I would like this swing low here to be tested, and that is 15,285. So either 15,285 tested, so price moves up, rejects that and moves down, or alternatively see whatever structure forms here on the lower time frames and take the break of the structure with your stop above the high of the structure. With a pullback here, your stop is going to be fairly far away. It's 250 points away, but then I anticipate a move down to this area. So that would be a 2-to-1 trade. So it'd be like 440 points available. We come down the 15-minute, you'll see what I'm talking about here. So first things first, oscillators started their move up. Bit of a flag here. So that flag target is definitely in this space here. So that's 15,285. So looking for a move back to 15,285. Could go a little further than that. And I'm just going to take this level. But both of these tails here will be levels as well. Just look to the left. Actually do it on the hour because it'll give you a fairly good indication of what's going on. This is a strong level. You can see the rejection, support. See how many times we've done, and the top level is not that strong, but if we do break through this strong level, that would definitely offer some kind of resistance. So my opinion at the moment is pull back onto structure, wait for the price actions. In other words, wait for the patterns we look for, which is inside bar, engulfing bar, or pin bar off the level. As soon as you see that, wait for the break of that structure, get into your trade, put your stop above the highest of the bars. So if it's a pin bar, well, there's a pin bar there, so breaks that structure there, stop above the top here, and then you're looking for the next level. So that's kind of the view I've got at the moment. I have a feeling we are going to test the bottom of the range again. Whether we break through it is another story, but that big daily range, or should I say big weekly range, because it is a weekly range at the moment, I suspect we're going to be testing this area again. And you can see lots of buyers came in there. So if this does give way, it's going to open up the way sort of down to this space here, which is 13,800. So definitely 1,400 and then 13,800. That would what would happen. But I wouldn't want to be anticipating this. The weekly trend is still up. So to me, this is still a consolidation pattern on the weekly. I know it doesn't feel like it on a day trading perspective, but definitely a consolidation pattern, and I'll be wary of what's going on here. So if it does come back to test this area, I'd expect the buyers to step in. It's only once we break below this sort of on the daily and come back and test it on the daily that we're going to want to look for longer term shorts. But at the moment, that's kind of my view at the moment. So pull back on structure, preferably 15,285. If it doesn't, there, somewhere up at 15,355 or anywhere in between. Reject that. Another move onto this trend line. Firstly, that trend line gives way. Then you're looking for the bottom of the range down here at 14,855. So yeah, that is my view today. And being a Monday, you probably find it's just going to range around. So it'll be big up, big down. Bit of a battle to get in. But anyway, just keep an eye on it. It may actually open up some opportunities for you. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.